to the channel. It's me, your Middleman CEO. Thank you for hitting the channel up. I appreciate everybody who's been a part of this channel from the beginning, and you guys are still here. That means at least I'm giving you some type of valuable content that you can use to hopefully change your life. So today we're going to talk about how the average person, yes, the average person, right? The person who's not the smartest, not the strongest, not the greatest, not the most educated, but the average person can actually go from where you are, whether it's financially strapped, where it's financially stressful, where you're living your stress life, not your blessed life or your best life. You can actually transition from that to being a seven-figure income owner. And it's actually pretty simple. So it does take time. That's the only thing. It doesn't traditionally happen overnight. There are some success stories and good for them, but traditionally, it does take a little bit of time. So, but if you want to learn how the average person can become rich, can become a millionaire, because ultimately the goal is freedom. And then because we want to have control of our times and control of our lives, that's the number one goal in life. When it comes to making money, you want to be financially free. So you can live your life, make money at the same time, and enjoy life, excuse me. And so you can spend time with the people you love, because time's going to go by. And if you don't learn how to make money, you're going to sell all your money. You're going to be forced to sell all your time. All of your time, which is essentially your life. You're going to break your life down into hours, and then you're going to sell your life 1 hour at a time on a thing called a job until you're 75 years old, because they want to raise the retirement age, because they don't want to take care of you. They rather you die. And that's true because the death expectancy age is less than the retirement age that they want for you, which means they rather you die, rather put you in a box than to take care of you. So that's a good question, Michael Long. And I appreciate everybody for jumping in. So, and that's a great question. So whenever I first started my business, somebody just asked, and by the way, if you have comments or questions, I just want to show you. So remember, it does take time to build $1 million business. It does take time, but as long as you're willing to put in some work, I think personally, just based on what I know now, 3 to 5 years is what you're going to need to build $1 million business. So when I started my business in 2020, to the person that posed that question, I only made $77,000. Obviously, that's not $1 million. Doesn't make me a millionaire. It's not even 100 grand, but I was just getting started. Fast forward to 2023, this year now. 2024. We're on pace this year to do 350K. So still not bad. And so what I do know is we're headed to the million. And so now that I know the blueprint, even though we have not gotten to the millionaire mark, we're on the way. Does that make sense? Because it's a journey. I know you guys see a bunch of fluff. I call it fluff. That's on social media, that's on YouTube. It amazes me that people are willing to just get out and straight up lie to other people. I don't know how you do that. It's not something I'm willing to do. I wish that I could put $1 million under this right now for this year, but we're not there yet. But what this does tell me is that we're headed in the right direction. And so the only thing left for us to do is to grow. So now that we have the blueprint, because the blueprint was discovered here. Now that we have the blueprint, the only thing left to do is for the blueprint to grow, right? For us to grow the business and get more customers. And that's going to change that to $1 million. So it's pretty simple, the way to do it. But I always say, guys, look, it's probably going to take 3 to 5 years. I hope that you do it before that, but realistically, 3 to 5 years still not bad, because my question to you is, what else are you working on where you can make $1 million in the next 3 to 5 years? Exactly. Not much, right? We know that because there's a few ways you can make income. So let's go over that real quick. You can make income through selling your selling your time at a thing called a job. You can make income through owning stocks and shares, and this is portfolio income, or you can simply start a business. And if you watch my video I did recently, you'll know that about 5% of millionaires come out of the job background. And really that's kind of skewed. And the reason it is because we know the ones who are making millions are the CEOs and those are close to the top. So if you take away the CEOs, it's probably 1%, right? But we'll just leave it at that. Then we know that 10% are coming through stocks. A lot of these, because people always use like the same big names when it comes to stocks. I'm not against you owning stocks. I'm just telling you it's volatile. I'm just telling you you're probably not going to get rich doing that way. I learned myself personally that you have to invest about $5,000 a month for 10 years in order to be a millionaire in the stock market. And I learned it from someone else. And the average person does not have an extra $5,000 a month for 10 years. Just ain't happening. So I know the stock market sound easy. It sounds like you could jump into it. Exactly. Somebody say they had money already. When you think about the people that are in stocks, people are going to say, hey, it's Warren Buffett. They're going to say it's Elon Musk. But I'm here to let you know that these people own businesses. Elon Musk didn't become a millionaire or billionaire in the stock market. He owned a business first. He built Tesla first. He's not a millionaire because he holds the shares, and he does. He's a millionaire because he built the asset and then sold the asset to you in the form of paper, right? So 85%, I just want you to know this, 85% of millionaires come through the business avenue, right? So these people, the business background creates 85% of American millionaires. That's why I tell you, look at it yourself. You do the math, 5%. This is the slow lane, right? And then you got the 10% in stocks. It's not as slow. We'll just call it, all right, we'll just call it we'll call it the fast lane, even though it ain't that fast. But look over here. You got the express lane, right? This is the wide open road. And that's going to come through business, right? And this is going to be a short video, so I hope you guys get this because I have a live training with my students. And by the way, tonight, 7 p.m. Texas time, I'm going to be doing a live training where I'm going to teach you what I've been doing. Somebody asked a question about business, my business. I'm actually going to show you guys tonight on a Zoom training from 7 to 8 p.m. Texas time. All you have to do to get the invite is put Middleman in the comments under any of my videos. We're limiting the amount of people we're going to let in. So if you don't get the invite, unfortunately, you missed it. Get there early, get there quickly, get ready, have your pen and pad ready. Going to teach you how to build a business that does 3 things. Again, that's 7 p.m. tonight. I'm going to teach you how to build a business where you book customers. Very simple. Book customers, take deposits. That's your commission. That's where you get paid. That's where I get paid. And then we're going to dispatch the work to ISPs, independent service professionals, and they're going to go out and do the work. So for instance, really quickly, I'm working 2 industries right now. I book customers in the moving industry, so customers who need to get moved, and I book customers in the cleaning industry. So customers who need to get cleaning, we book them. We capture the customer's information using the phone. That's why I love the phones. You guys should be making money using your phones. You can't have $1,000 phone and you don't make enough money on the phone to pay the phone bill. Can't work that way. And then, so we'll get the customer's info right here. We'll book the job, get the info, and then I try to teach you to take, or all my students to take at least $150 deposits. Some take 100. I've had some that take 200. I got one that takes 250. He's killing it in Atlanta. Shout out to him. We got a training call in just a second, so he might even be on here right now. And then you dispatch it to an ISP or a service professional or what you guys call the contractor. They already do the moving. They do the cleaning. I don't. I just find a customer, take a deposit for myself, send the work to them. They go out and get it done. That's it. It's that simple. I don't want to have to do any of the hard work. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to create a business that makes money without having me go out and do all the work. So if you want to learn to do that, it's going to be 7 p.m. tonight. That's Central Standard Time here in Texas. And put Middleman in the comments under any of the videos. You'll be able to get an invite, hopefully. If you miss it, then sorry about that. Let's see. So, all right. And by the way, guys, while I'm doing a live, I actually don't know how to put Middleman. I don't know how to put the links. It doesn't allow me to. That's weird. I don't know why when I use my live, I'm not able. So Micah, I do see that you put Middleman. Unfortunately, I don't know how to respond to it. So if you guys know how, let me know. I'm new to this. But I've been doing the business for 4 years. I'm new to the YouTube thing. And I was surprised that because I told my wife the other day, I was like, when I started this like a couple months ago, I was like, I probably thought I have like 10, 15 people that want to learn how to do it and I spend time teaching them. But now we have over 200 and I want to say 56 students that's in the training, which blew my mind. And what I do differently than a lot of mentors and coaches, guys, by the way, Micah, put Middleman, as soon as this video ends, you can put it back in or you can put it on any of the other videos, but don't forget to, because I don't know how to do it on here. But because one of the things I like to do that's different from a lot of people is I actually like to spend time with you one-on-one. So when you start a Middleman business, as soon as you finish the 8+ hour masterclass where you learn everything, the next thing I do, I'm gonna sit one-on-one with you, and we're gonna work on your launch, your advertising, all that stuff. And so you always have contact with me. You can always reach out to me. I do have hours, so that everybody respects that. But I stay with you throughout the whole journey because it worked for me. I want to see it work for you. And in fact, I believe so much that it'll work for you that I'm with you. I'll take the journey with you just to make sure you get what you're supposed to get. And I think that's fair. That's just how I live. I don't want to learn something and just be thrown into the water and say, hey, learn to fish. No, help me, because I might have some questions. So, and I'm the guy that's like, all right, I'm gonna be there for you. Don't worry, don't stress. I got you. And I appreciate that. So let's talk about it really quickly because I know I'm about to get that alert that one of my students is on. So we got about 5 minutes. Forgive me, guys. And we might go a little bit over. My students understand they're probably on this live watching, but I want to try to get this in. So let's go really quickly how the average person can become a millionaire. And if you give me just about 5, 6, 7 minutes, I promise I'll get it done for you. So what do we know? All right. So we know that the jobs can't provide it. We saw the graphic. The jobs can't provide it. We know that investing in stock, you have to have money. Like Micah said, if you don't have money, they're fluffing you. They're telling you a bunch of stuff about investing in stocks and become millionaires. They're lying to you straight up. It's not true. If you think about this, how many people on a job do you know that are millionaires? How many people that invest in the stock market or have a 401k that you know are millionaires? Not many. Whereas the business owners are living their best lives, right? So there's not many people that are stocks or heavy on stocks or working jobs because you don't have enough time to sail on a job to become a millionaire. So that leads me to the obvious one, the 85%, which is to start a business. So the first thing you need to understand is if you want to become a millionaire in the next 3 to 5 years, I'll keep it real with you because it does take time, guys. Now, you can do it faster than I can because whenever I first started, I didn't know what I was doing and I had no one to help me. Now, you have people, and include myself, that can help you. So it speeds it up. I always say, look, if you can get a shortcut, pay for the shortcut and go. Get there faster. It's about time. It's about speed. Go fast. Because people always make the mistake, and I've done it too, where I'm like, you got time. No, you don't. It's the one thing in this world you don't have. You don't have time. Go fast. Whatever you do, go quickly. Don't be reckless, but go fast. Make sense? So I want to get you to understand that in order to be a millionaire, make 7 figures in 3 to 5 years, that you have to start a business. That's the only place that money's going to come from. You're going to have to start a business, get customers, make revenue. So you start a business, whatever business you decide to start, it's up to you. But for me, I started a middleman business, right? And that's worked for me. So I'll use my business as an example. So I started a middleman business, and we went from 77,000 to this year 350,000. Now, still not $1 million. That's fine, right? I told you it's a process, but we're going to get there, right? And so what my business did is my business grew and started creating something called cash flow. Now, money flows into my business through the customer's wallet and then into my bank account. That's cash flow. So from 77 to this year, 350, right? So now, and this business is in one market, just the Dallas-Fort Worth market, right? So now that I know my business has potential to make $350,000 in one market, And let's make it easy, right? So let's say it's only 250. Still not bad. If you make $250,000 a year, you can almost live how you want to live. No, you can't buy the Lambos, but you don't need that stuff, right? You can rent that stuff, right? But you can pretty much live in whatever house you want to live in, right? And you can drive pretty much whatever you want to drive. You want to drive a nice Mercedes, you got it. You want to live in a nice 4-bedroom home, upstairs, downstairs, pool, beautiful backyard, nothing ridiculous where it's 10,000 square feet and you don't even know if somebody's living on the other side of the house or not because you don't even go there. Nothing stupid like that, right? But you can live where you want to live. And more importantly, your family can enjoy life, right? Because that amount of money brings freedom, brings time freedom, brings financial freedom, brings lifestyle freedom. What's lifestyle freedom? Lifestyle freedom is you live where you want, you drive where you want, your kids grow up around better, good kids, right? When I was young, you didn't want your kids growing up around me. I was trouble. Well, if you didn't make enough money, you didn't have a choice. Your kids had to grow up and be influenced by me, right? If I didn't make enough money, my kids would have to grow up in areas that would probably compromise them. Same for you. So, and I know you want better for your kids. I do too. And so you want your kids to grow up in a great environment where they can go and achieve something great. Think about it. If you guys had an emergency today and you needed to, I don't know, pay your rent, it was $3,000. How many people can you call to get that today? Right? So that's your network, right? Some of you might have to make 5 calls, some 10, some you won't be able to get it like me. But if you make enough money, you put your kids in a great environment, their peers are different. You know, the kids they grow up would become lawyers, brain surgeons, neurologists, politicians, judges, on and on. They make a call for $10,000 is wired to their accounts. So you want to be in the best position possible, which means you have to change your environment. And that's what money does. Money's not a bad thing. We got to get out of the mindset of thinking that rich people are evil. There are some evil rich people, but it ain't because of the money. They were evil anyway. They're evil rich, evil poor. It doesn't matter. But there's nothing wrong with the money. There's nothing wrong with abundance. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why I'm talking to you guys about making $1 million. Get your mind off of, I just need to make enough to get by. That's all life's going to give you if that's what you request. I don't request that. I've had just enough to get by. It ain't fun. I want abundance, right? And so once you create the business goes on to make money. That money's called cash flow. So now let's say you create a middleman business. A year from now, your middleman business is creating cash flow. Let's say the cash flow for your business is in a year. Let's say your business is making consistently 10K a month. Not bad, right? So now that's only a year. Your business is making 120,000 a year. Not bad. 10K a month, not bad. As long as your bills are less than that, you're free. You don't have to go to work. Just keep focusing on your business, right? And so all of a sudden, now I come along and I say, hey, what's your business doing? So I come to you, Micah. I don't know where city you're in, Micah. I don't know where you live, but I'll just say you're in Denver, right? So I come to you, Micah, and I say, hey, all right, it's been a year. I've worked with you step by step. We built your business. How much are you making this year? And you say, well, right now I'm consistently at 10K a month. All right, so $120,000. That's what you're telling me. Right. Okay, gotcha. Now here's what we're going to do. Let's do step number 3. First, build a business. Second, let the business grow and create cash flow, consistent cash flow. Third thing we're going to do with your business, Micah, we're going to scale it. What's that mean? Well, if your business is making $120,000 in one city, and we can do it from the phone, which means we can open in any city at any time because all the work is done on the phone, let's scale your business into other markets. So you might be in Denver, and then we say, hey, look, in the next 90 days, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put you in ATL. We're going to put you in Dallas. We're going to put your business in Houston. And we're going to put your business in, Kansas City. Right? Now, all of a sudden, Micah, you have 5 locations. So you're in Denver. And then I take your business and I say, all right, you understand how to run your business, right? All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to hire a VA, Micah. I want you to put the phone down, no longer talking to customers or dealing with customers. You're going to hire a VA, assume the role of a CEO. You're going to take a step back. Now, you're going to train your VA, and now your job is to go market your company in different areas online because you're not physically there. Now, you made $120,000 in your city after a year because you got your blueprint. All right, we're going to take that same blueprint and we're just going to go to different cities. Let's rock. And so now you're doing 120 in Denver. A year later, same year, you're doing 120 in Dallas. You're doing 120 in some of these cities would be more, but we'll just keep it simple. Atlanta, you're doing 120. In Houston, you're doing 120. All of a sudden, you're at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're at 600K in the next year. That's 2 years. First year, you did 120. You expanded the second year because you can expand. You can really do 100 cities because again, you do this from your phone. It's not physical work. So I'm here in Dallas. My moving service is here in Dallas. My cleaning service is in another state. My website design service is all over the country because the ISP that I partnered with here can design a website anywhere in the world. They don't have to physically be there. It's online. That's the beauty of having a middleman business. So what would your life look like if you did make $10,000 a month without having to leave your house or go to work to pay your bills? If that pays your bills, you're free. Hello, you can do what you want to do with your day. In January, because I was doing all this myself, in January, I hired a VA. Guess what? I don't do any of this. The VA does all the work for me. I meet with her on Mondays. I work 1 day a week. 1 hour a week. I meet with her on Mondays. We talk. We go over the business, answer questions, talk to her. That's all we do, Cynthia and I, for 1 hour. That's it. And then that's 1 hour a week. Then she takes care of the rest. She books the customers. She takes the deposit and she dispatches the work. I don't have to do any of it. That's why I call her CEO. So you take a step back. Now you really got a business. Now the question is, what do you want to do with your day? What do you want to do with your life? That's even better, right? And my wife retired. You guys know the story. My wife retired in January, this January, right? And we retired. She retired at $350,000 for the family. That's not even $1 million. But as long as our bills are less than $350,000, we don't need a job. That's freedom. That's why I keep telling you guys. So all of a sudden, Micah is at 600,000 in year 2. Well, guess what? If Micah if he's doing that, if he just adds 3 more cities in the next year, then you're talking about 3 years after starting his business, Micah has a $1 million business without doing any of the work, without leaving the house, without working hard, without doing any of that, without having to have a boss, without having to go to morning meetings, none of that. Micah has created a business called a middleman business that makes him wealthy. The best part is not even the money. The best part is the simplicity of the blueprint. And now he can teach this to his kids. So when the time comes and Micah and me and some of you guys are long gone, our kids are financially stable. Why? Because they learn how to create a middleman business from their phone. The days of working hard are long gone, guys. You don't have to do that. Let's work smarter. Yes, let's use what we have and make ourselves wealthy. Again, it does take time. I'm not telling you you're going to do this overnight. I didn't do it overnight. But if you give it some time and put a little bit of work into it, it's not physical work. It's very simple, right? You might work an hour a day promoting your business. Customer's going to reach out to you, right? And think of this. When was the last time somebody asked you, hey, do you know anyone who does this? Hey, I need to get this wall painted. You know anyone who paints a wall? All of a sudden, that's a middleman opportunity. Sure, I'll find you somebody. Bam, get that information, give them a quote. They say they'll do it for that price. Hey, I need to take a deposit, take $100 deposit. The work gets sent to the person who paints the walls. I'm on the beach or on the lake because I like to fish and I'm learning to play golf. I'm free. If I made $100 in a 5-minute phone call, all I have to do is do this 3, 4, 5 times a day. And I'm free. I'm making buku money. I'm from the South, South Louisiana. I'm making buku money, right, without having to do the work. So that's my plan to become a millionaire very quickly. You're welcome to use the blueprint, but this is how the average person can become wealthy. So if you want to learn how to do this step by step with the middleman business, then be in the live training tonight, 7 p.m. Texas time, about an hour. Have your pen and pad ready. I'm going to teach you how to do this from your phone, right? Put middleman in the comments under any of the videos, and I'll see you guys in the training tonight. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Peace.